Today I'm taking a look at the VEVOR electric chain hoist. So we got our instructions. Wow. This is going to be a thick boy hoist. So we got a heavy duty cable here. That is a 7-pin connector, very heavy duty looking Canon connector. We got up, down, stop, and reset. Here we have our controller. It's got a light, got a 110-volt power plug, and we have another one of those Canon connectors. So we got a mounting bracket, we got our chain bag, we have a wireless remote control, so that's nice. So in the event that we need to make this thing move, but we want to stand far back enough away that we don't have to worry about anything dropping on us, we're gonna have this guy as an option. And it actually comes with a heavy-duty strap. So nice green nylon webbing. We can see right here on the end that is actually flipped over and sewn, so it's going to be super heavy duty. We got reinforcement on the end, and we got a tag on the inside that says it's rated for 2,000 kilograms. So definitely a heavy duty strap. Nice. So that is a super Gigunda hoist. We do have a hook on the top, so there's going to be whatever attaches it to our ceiling. So if you got some kind of a track beam set up, or if you just want to put it on an eye hook, and then on the bottom we have got. So we do actually have a spring relief system on here, so we don't have to worry about this thing just slamming into our motor. And we got a big heavy duty hook here on the end as well. That is a super robust looking hoist. On the bottom we have our power connector. It does appear to be fused, and we got a plug for it. It looks like we can plug this in and then plug our wire controller in here, and we can use it just like that. Or if we want to use it wirelessly, we can plug this guy in. So very nice that they gave you options. So we've got a ton of chain in here, so this thing can run quite a length, and it is capped on the end, so you don't have to worry about that thing pulling all the chain through and then trying to figure out how to feed it back through. So very nice. So I got it all strung out to make sure there are no kinks in there, and now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to drop it and fit it back. Okay, and that is going to thread in with these two bolts on the top. So this thing definitely has some weight to it, but that is now ready to do some work. So I got the power cable plugged in right here, and then I got my controller plugged in right here, and I noticed they actually have a hook on here. So we can hook that onto the frame, and that'll act as kind of a strain relief. Now what that also means is we can loosen this guy up, pull that cable through, so we got a larger loop over here, and we can use that to determine the height of the controller. So the first thing I definitely say is that it runs nice and slow, which is important because that means it's going to have a lot of torque, but it's also not going to be jerking things. So once they run fast, they have a tendency to want to like jerk things up and down. This is going to be a lot more delicate on important equipment. Okay, all right, so I'm using the strap that came with it. I got that wrapped around this metal table. This has got all kinds of sockets and wrenches and all kinds of fun stuff underneath it. There we go. And that can lift that guy up, no problem. Now let's say we want to use the wireless remote. What this says is that the back of this bracket, these two holes in the bottom, that is going to attach onto the back of the box. It's going to attach like that, and this is just going to attach right over top of that face. So we're going to use the same bolts that are already in there. I'm curious if I can attach that just with the top two bolts. It looks like I will be able to, so I'm just going to do that. And it came with 2 screws to attach it. I'm curious if this one plug will supply all the power we need, or if we also have to supply power to this port. So if I'm just going to try to plug this in and plug this in, okay? Got a light. So this remote does use 2 AA batteries. I got those installed. Okay, cool. So we are running fully wirelessly, and we only need to use that one cable that is coming out of this box. So this socket can remain unplugged. So that's excellent. We only got to use one outlet. Sweet. Very nice. Right on. That is a very cool kit. I also appreciate this actually came with a protective cover, so if you got to drop something, like you got to go run and catch something, you got to drop this on the ground, you're still going to be able to protect that. This feels like a fairly industrial remote. So overall, that is an exceptional hoist. If you're used to using chain hoists where you gotta like grab the chain and pull it all day long and you're just kind of sick of being wore out, you want to have something that can do it for you, especially if you got to have hands free, like maybe you got to balance a pipe or something like that, but you need this to actually do the lifting. Electric hoists are really just the only way to go. So that is very nice.